Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you guys are. I hope you're having a really, really good day. Today is Sunday, which means it's build stream day. So we've got some more streams coming up this week, but today is going to be a build stream of a board that I've been quite excited about for some time, the Matrix Vita. So I'm pretty excited about that. Some more streams coming up this week as well. So we're going to do 2 workshop streams this week, probably on Tuesday because I'm away Wednesday to Friday, but probably on Tuesday. And then I'm going to try and squeeze one in on Saturday as well, where we're going to do a few things. We're going to make a sign for this wall because I need a sign, a business sign up on the wall. So we're going to make a sign on the laser cutter in the workshop. And we're also going to start building the Lego Millennium Falcon finally as well. Let's have a look and see who's in chat. So Peaslake gets first. Thank you very much for being here today with a little wave. Pillow Snatcher says, is this the Relic keyset maker? I'm not sure what Relic keyset is or what you mean. I'm a vendor. I sell things at prototypist.net. We sell a lot of keysets. I don't make keysets though. Making and selling are 2 different things. Not sure what you mean there. We've also got Mooserides here. He says, hey Jay in chat. He beat the Discord notification. We've also got Dang Dynasty as well. Says, hello beautiful good sir. Hey, good to see you. Thank you very much for being here. You might be enjoying something I'm going to be building with later on today. Something that's going to be part of this build. Fluffy Keeps as well. He says, good evening Jay, looking fresh. Thank you man, thank you. I did go to the barbers like 2 weeks ago, so the beard's starting to get a little bit unkempt again, but we'll get that tidied up next week. Yeah, we'll get that tidied up next week. Demotax is here as well. He says, hey Jay, hey man, good to see you. I have a board I need to ship you. I found it randomly again, that Hungarian AEK. I need to ship it to you, dude. I'm so sorry. We'll get that out there. We'll get out that there. Bingsu's got to be my favorite set. Yeah, it's one of my favorites. I have it here. This is GMK Bingsu. This is the key set going on the board today. And we also have this. How cute is that? Focus camera. How cute is that? Little Bingsu artisan from Miroti Caps. So thank you very much for that. So there we go. Thank you very much for that, guys. Who else have we got? Oxy's here as well. He says, good evening. Hey man, good to see you. Thank you very much for being here. JQ says, evening dinner is done. That was a quick dinner, man. That was a quick dinner. Please don't be skipping meals just to catch me on stream, man. Look after yourselves. We've also got Sean's here as well. He says, evening Jay. Hey man, good to see you, man. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much to Sean's for the follow as well. Thank you so much, dude. And also to Pillow Snatcher as well. Thank you very much. Thank you. Me and Jay matching our escape keys. Absolutely, man. Nothing wrong with that. Static Age is here as well. Hey, man. How are you doing? Good to see you. And Golden Ratio as well says, evening, gang. Thank you very much for being here, guys. I really, really appreciate it. Xenotinx is here as well. I don't know how to say that. I apologize. But he's here too. Thank you very much. Zava Z86 says, yo Jay, is the Matrix Labs Vita a new upcoming board or an older one? It's one that the group buy shipped about a month ago, maybe 6 weeks ago, and I regretted not joining the group buy for it right from day one, and I managed to find one on the aftermarket that was kind of what I was looking for. I'm still looking for another one. I want 2. This one is white, which I'll show you later on, but I also want the mint green one as well. There is a mint green one out there, but I haven't managed to find one of those yet. So if anyone does find one, do DM me, let me know, and I'll take a look. Thank you guys for the follows here. Rafa, thank you so much. Alu876 and Steve ML, thank you so much for the follows, guys. I thoroughly appreciate that. X not in X, that makes it so much easier. Yeah, X not in X. I'm just going to call you not in. He's not in. There we go. Arcane is here as well. He says, good evening Jay. Good evening man, good to see you. Thank you very much for being here. Ninja Pirate as well said, what's up? The sky's up, I think. Might still be up. Clouds are usually up. Sometimes clouds can be on a level or down even, depending on where you are, but usually clouds are up. This desk mat as well. Thank you, man. I love this desk mat. This is from Alpha Keycaps. It's like a collage of all of his different keycaps that he's done for Salvadors and Kipuras, all kind of stylized into like a fantasy kind of world. It's really cool. Rafa says, can't wait for my JO1, so hyped. Like, dude, I keep watching the ship. The ship bringing the JO1s is like literally just off Lisbon now. It's just coming round the side of Portugal. It's come through the Strait of Gibraltar. It's now coming up the side of Portugal. It was somewhere just off Lisbon last time I looked a couple of hours ago. It should be in Felixstowe in about 3 or 4 days. After that, it's about 7 to 10 days of customs clearance, and then it's about a week before I can then get the boards to me. Once they arrive here, I then have to do QC and packaging and everything else. So you might start to see, if you've bought a JO1, you might start to see labels being created. That's just literally me prepping so that I can get the boards out as soon as possible. If your tracking does not say that the board has been picked up, please don't email me asking why the tracking's not working, because the tracking's not working because it hasn't shipped yet. It's simple as that. I'm just prepping, getting all the labels, invoices, and everything else ready, just so that I can ship as soon as I can. As soon as I can. Did anyone ever sending up your picture of the G20 Symbiosis? Yeah, actually, about 7 or 8 people did. The first person to do it was DD Decline, so he won the prize. He's going to get his prize with a secret JO2 that he ordered as well. He commissioned a JO2, so he's going to get his prize with that. So yes, absolutely. Arcana says, I love the colour mint. Dude, like this mint one, it literally matches my new truck. The one that you won the competition to name. Geraldine. The new truck is called Geraldine. Arcana won a competition on Instagram to name the new truck. But the Vita, the mint green Vita, is very, very close in colour. It's like the same colour, but a different tone. So it's slightly lighter than the truck is darker, but I think that's going to work really well. So yeah, I do want to try and find one of those. JQ says it's England, so it's going to be cloudy. Not always, but most of the time, yeah. Speakeasy, thank you so much for the follow, man. Thank you so much. I thoroughly appreciate all these follows. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. And there's a sub as well. Lord of Sarcasm, thank you so much, Lord, for the sub. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. 3 months since you started. Time flies. Wow. Thank you very much. Yeah, 3 months since Prototype has started streaming. It's kind of nuts that it's been that long. There is more streams coming. Like now the hot weather's passed and I can be comfortable and stream in the workshop. We're going to start doing more workshop streams, especially when the new laser arrives. I really want to show you guys that because we're going to have to do a load of setup for it. So I want to share that with you guys, how we set it up, how we create stuff, how we make stuff right from scratch, how we configure it all, how we test new materials. So I'm going to take you guys on that journey with me if you're interested. So I can't wait for that. Dang Dynasty says, Jay, I tried typing on my friend's JO1 and my god, your board is so good. Wow, they have an original JO1. That's impressive. There's only 14 of those original JO1s out in the wild. There was 17 made, 1 failed QC. I have 2, and the other 14 are out in the wild. So wow, to find a JO1 in the wild, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. You need to find one on the aftermarket. Well, the JO1 Rev 1, which are the boards that are on the way at the moment, the extras for those will be sale in a few months. Once all of the group buys done and everyone's got their boards, then I'll consider what I've got as extras, and I'll probably put those up for sale. So there we go. Nottin's background is Pog. Thanks very much, man. This is the poster that Crash did. We've got some keyboards on the side, bit of lighting. Yeah, just take it steady away. I actually installed all of this wood paneling live on Insta a couple of weeks ago, so I was like streaming live on Insta whilst I was putting it up. It was kind of fun. It's kind of fun. Couch is here as well. He says he's got to run, but stopping by to say good evening. Thanks, man. Thanks for being here. Do you know if the poster behind you is for sale? I don't know what's happening with that. So Crash designed it for my keyboard and it's fantastic. It's phenomenal. It's an amazing piece of kit. I hope that they will sell it because I'd love more people to have access to it. I really would. How much was the JO1? It depends on where you were, because of VAT and things like that, but it worked out about £400 okay, because I think you're in the UK. It's about £400, £450 depending on options and stuff like that. But some people spent a lot more than that. And the limited edition version was more as well. Oh, here we go. Dang Dynasty is redeeming Hydrate. I have to take a sip. You guys are going to make me go to the loo today, aren't you? There we go. Thank you. Thank you. You have nearly 700 followers. Just 10 more to go. Yeah, I mean, it's only been like 3 months, and my streaming schedule isn't great on Twitch at the minute. It's going to get better over the next few months now that we've got the workshop where I want it and everything else now in here is ready and decorated. So we are going to be streaming more often. Hopefully we'll get back up to what Top Clack numbers used to be, something like that. We'll see. We'll see. Redeemed posture check. Okay, yeah. I can't not have bad posture. It's a bit of a terrible one because the way that this chair is, it forces me to sit up straight. I love the colour of Geraldine. It's so nice. Yeah, she's super cool. She's super cool. Any plans on designing an Alice board? No. Maybe, I don't know. Like, I'm not a board designer. I have ideas and things I want to implement in keyboards, and then I work heavily with people who are designers to make those things a reality. Like, I have a really good mechanical brain for understanding how concepts will work and plumb together and plug together. When it comes to the actual CAD design, I'm not so great. I can do it, but like, I'm slow and I take forever, so it's easy to get other people to do it. ISO Alice, please. Maybe we'll do something. Like, I have ideas in that space, but I have so many other things I want to do first that I don't know. Like, I can't promise anything. Maybe we'll see. We'll see. Crazy race today in Hungary. Yeah, if you guys didn't watch the F1, today was like an F1 race that's going to be talked about for decades. Like, it was insane. It was nuts. That race, mark my words, that race will go down as one of the greats in all time. I just know that there will be people talking about that race the way we talk about Ayrton Senna's races and Michael Schumacher's races and other people's races. There will be people talking about that particular race in 20 years time. It's going to be amazing. Thank Dynasty says, yeah, I saw your IG story about the back panels and they're pretty good for the price. Yeah, I've got them across the whole wall here, and then that's the corner, and it kind of comes down this side as well. It was expensive, but it was, for the price, I think they're really solid, like really, really good. Ninja Pirate says, need to get yourself a nice ergo chair, mate. So this chair is pretty ergonomic. So this is the Nui chair. Let me see if I can find you guys a link. I'll show you the chair I have. Here you go. This is the link to the chair that I have. Oh, it's a terrible link. Let me see if I can find a better link. There we go. But it's pretty good. So it has, I actually have a massage thing at the bottom as well, because I do struggle with a bad back. But it has lumbar support, it has neck rest support, it has proper shoulder support. It's mesh so I don't get too hot. The seat is adjustable in about 1,000 different ways. Yeah, thoroughly impressed with these chairs. If you're in the market for one, I actually prefer this over my Herman Miller, so I think they're really solid. Speakeasy, will J04 ever happen? Yeah, the J0.4 will happen. I think it's probably towards the back end of this year we'll start to prototype it, but it will happen. Arichi says, hey Jay, hey man, thank you very much for being here. Christoph, thank you so much for the follow as well. I really appreciate that, man. I really appreciate it. Ignore the stream elements one, Chad. There is going to be a Nightbot stream today, but there's just not one running right this hot second. Coolbus and DakZNE, thank you so much for the follows, guys. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm starting to get into designing boards. I've made 2 macro pads now, says Arcana. Yeah, I saw your little arrow macro pad. It was really cool. Congrats, man. Congrats. Huey's here. He says, howdy. Hey, man. Good to see you. Coolbus as well. Thank you for the Switch openers you sent me. No worries, man. No worries. Okay, people doing the hydrate now. Okay. We'll hydrate. We'll hydrate. Don't worry. Here we go. Jay, your build stream made me buy a Keymax. It's so good, dude. I have 2. Like, I cannot give that Keymax board or its designer Willem enough praise. It's amazing. I love it. I love it. I think it's great. Posture check. Yes, I'm good on posture. I need to delete that one because it's a bit of a silly one, because I can't not sit with good posture in this, apart from when I'm soldering and I'm leaning right forwards. As long as I'm like upright, then I have good posture in this chair. I can't not. It's just holding me in the right position. What's the J0.4? 40%? Yes, it's a 40% board. Yes. Will the JO2 Blackout Edition be group buy in stock or something very limited? So it will be a limited group buy, probably 200 units, something like that. Date's not quite confirmed yet, but pretty soon. It's going to happen really soon, like within the next 6 weeks. I'm just waiting on final prototype parts for some of the accent pieces, and as soon as they arrive, then we'll be able to proceed to group buy. And I'm also waiting on some new revised gaskets. So we've actually come up with the gasket system is the same, but the actual materials and how it's applied works slightly differently. So we're going to use, in the new one, instead of using 3 layers of laser cut or die cut gaskets, we're actually going to use silicone injection molded gaskets, which the prototypes have been on order for, and they should be backwards compatible with every JO2 that was made as well. So there we go. I was going to put milky yellows in my K552 after clipping the pins, but the LEDs protrude out so my switches don't fit. Rip. Rip. Sorry. Patiently waiting for the J08, the TKL. Guide the raid. I don't know what guide the raid is. Oh, guide the raid. Okay, so the 3000 thing. You're supposed to use that at the end when we're picking someone to raid. That's when you're supposed to use that one. But patiently waiting for the J08. So we're not going to do a J series TKL, but Prototype is going to do a TKL. It's called the BB TKL, and it's in prototyping right now. So as soon as the prototypes arrive, you'll see it on Insta, and we'll go from there. But yes, there is going to be a TKL that we do. Don't worry, TKLs will happen. Right, okay, let's flip over cameras and let's show you what we're working with today, guys. What board am I using right now? This is the GeonWorks Frog TKL. So yeah, that's the Frog TKL. That's the board I have on my desk right now. But today we're going to be building a Matrix Vita. There will be a giveaway later on today, Panther, yes. There will be a giveaway later on today, 100%. We'll talk about that shortly. Okay. Alessia, thank you very much for the follow. Thank you, ma'am. And Chad as well, thank you so much for the follow. And Coolbus too, thank you. Laligator, good evening. So first and foremost, I'm going to talk to you about the key set room today. It is GMK Bingsu. Self-shill if you want GMK Bingsu. Round 2 is now live. It's not got long left. Join it while you can, blah, blah, blah. Join it on prototypist.net, blah, blah, blah. Shilling done. Yeah, we're going to be using GMK Bingsu today. And we're also going to be using this artisan keycap from Marotta Caps, which is designed for GMK Bingsu, which is sparkly and fun, and I absolutely love it. It's really cool. So that's what we're going to be using. In terms of switches, you guys get to pick the switches. Now, we can either go for the tried and tested, and we'll do a poll in a bit, so don't vote just yet. But we're going to do either tried and tested lubed H1s. These are fully lubed. These were lubed by Matt the Pokemon Kid. They've been lubed with Crytox 205 Grade 2 very lately. Or alternatively, to match Bingsu to an extent, we can use KTT Grapefruits. Now these are 100% stock. These have not been modified or lubed or anything else. So we will do a little poll for these shortly, and you guys get to pick the switches. You guys get to pick the switches. We'll see whether you want to use something lubed or whether you want me to use something stock. Let's see. Let's see. Am I going to lube them? No. If we build them today, I don't lube on stream because it takes forever and I feel like it's quite boring to do. So if we pick those ones today, then they're going to go in the keyboard stock. So it's up to you guys. We'll do a vote and a poll on it in a few minutes, but we'll see. We'll see. Well, I thought the other week that something else was going to win, Fluffy, and it didn't. It lost by a huge margin, so that's not always the case. Okay, now we've talked about switches and keycaps. Let's talk about the keyboard. So this is how the Matrix Vita arrives. It comes in this cool little box. Matrix Vita. It does have this little Matrix Lab logo here. Has some details on the side of the box as well. Designed and manufactured by Matrix Lab in Shenzhen, China, 2020 to 2021. Rest of the box is pretty plain. Nothing else going on there. But it's nice, right? Inside, we have a PCB. This is the standard Matrix Labs PCB for this one. I can't remember who designed this one. I genuinely can't remember, but it's just a PCB. It's still sealed, never opened. We also have the stock plate that's designed to come with the board. So there we go. I believe this is just aluminium. Oh, in fact, actually, that feels really flexible. Maybe that's not aluminium. I don't know. We'll see when we open it up. I wonder if this Vita has more support than Sony. Dude, I used to love my Sony Vita. Like, my PlayStation Vita was amazing. Well, Arcana, it's your lucky day because the KTTs are in stock on the site right now. If you would like to try them, they're in stock. Okay, let's take a look at the keyboard then. Ta-da! First of all, we have a little box here. I don't know what's in here, but let's take a look. It's still Matrix branded. Let's see if anything is in here. Oh wait, that just seems to be empty. Oh no, there is something in it. Aha. So, we have a little cable and a little plastic square in there, which you guys will see what that's used for shortly. We also have a little strip in there as well. like a little cable, a ribbon cable. And we also have some spare screws and some feet. Let's catch up with chat, see what you guys are talking about. You guys think H1s? Well, we'll see what chat votes for in a few minutes, because once we've looked at the board, we'll do the vote for the switches. This is what would make stream so interesting. Yeah, right? I wonder if these Vita, yeah, we talked about the Vita. JRPG machine could load Final Fantasy 1 to 10 to on the thing. Yeah, like I had loads of emulators on it, I think, as well. Maybe that was a PSP, actually. I can't remember. You're going to pick up a Steam Deck? Is that the new... Is that a new Valve console that I've seen? Is that what that is? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Do you have an IRL store in Bradford? No, I don't have a store, but I have a warehouse, which is where I am now. So this is the office for the warehouse. This is where I am. Right outside these walls is the warehouse for Prototypist. If people do want to visit and come by, I'm completely happy with that, as long as COVID rules are applied. And you let me know before you're coming, or you ask before you come, because I'm not always here. Sometimes I have to go out and meet suppliers. There is only me. I'm the only employee. I'm the only person that works for Prototypist. So quite often I'll be visiting post offices or suppliers or manufacturers or whatever. So I'm not always here. So it's best to not turn up unannounced, but let me know that you're coming. And sometimes as well, we can have deliveries and it can get really busy. So I might not have time to spend with people. But if people want to come visit, you're more than welcome to. Just arrange it with me in advance. Let me know and we'll sort a time out. And yeah, you can come and see the Prototypist workshop. It's pretty fun. There's like 2,200 square feet of shelving and boxing and packaging areas and everything else. So if you guys watch the Insta stories, you'll see. But yeah, it's a real place. How cool it would be if you had a Switches vending machine in the workshop. I could do that. I could make. Do you know what I should do? Not a vending machine, but do you remember those little machines that you used to put 20p in? You'd turn it when you were a kid and it'd give you like a little egg with something inside. I could do that, but like put like PT caps in it, or like Switch samples or something like that, and you like put 20 pence and you turn it and it gives you like a little egg out, something like that. We could do something like that. Absolutely. You drove down just to get some from the machine. Nice. Does anyone know any PVD coaters in the UK? So P's like, as far as I know, there is no PVD coating service in the UK that will do less than 1,000 parts, because I've looked. I spent quite a while looking at PVD because I wanted to do some stuff in PVD, but it's quite a rare process here in the UK. It's only used for industrial purposes, and you need at least 1,000 of the part that you want to do. Otherwise, no one will entertain it. And it's not cheap either. It's quite expensive. So I was looking at weights for keyboards, and I had to do 1,000 of them, and I think the cost was about £100 per part. So yeah, to do PVD in the UK is really expensive because there's no one really set up for it. You could try and do some home PVD if you're okay working with chemicals and having a bit of a setup, but make sure if you do that, you take safety, like thick, long, elbow level gloves and proper spectacles and everything else. Yeah, single switch mystery egg machine for like 20p, right? That's got to be a winner. Just put loads of them little balls in there with a single switch in, right? That's got to be a winner. I should take it to meetups and stuff. That'd be great. Would be a good way to use up those old switches too. Like, dude, I have like 4 jars this size full of random switches. So I have like this, which is just one of my 4 switch jars. I have 4 of these that are full, that are just leftover switches from keyboard builds. Like, they're just like odd 1s and 2s. But there's all sorts in here. Like there's Brown Alps, the Salmon Alps, Alpaca V1s, mod switches, original OG Tangerines, Fey switches. You know, there's all sorts in here. A Hirose, all sorts of switches. How much for the jar? 200 quid. I don't know. Panther says, a couple of streams ago I asked if you could recommend any keyboards on Amazon. I got the Drevo keyboard, which has red gator on switches. Might not be up to standards, but I'm happy with it. Glad you got a keyboard you enjoy, man. Congratulations. That's really cool. P's says, random switch build. So we are going to do that. We do have a board for the random switch build. It's going to be... in fact, see if you guys can guess. If you guys have followed any of my streams over the past couple of years, you'll know that there's one board that I really, really, really regret buying. And it's the only group buy I ever regret buying. See if you guys can guess which board is going to get the random switch treatment. Okay, now we've done that. Let's take the board out the case as well. Dora 67. Yeah, that's the one, guys. That's the one. Okay. So here we go. Here are our parts. This is what we're going to build today. Let's get a tray ready and put all the parts in a tray. It was the Dora 67, yeah. You guys can look up the group by thread if you want, but it sounded like a really good idea at the time, and they actually offered like an integrated plate, and they would do it to a specific layout. So they did a UK ISO layout integrated plate, and I thought that was a great idea. So I bought one. Only to actually get it to work, I'm going to have to mill out parts of the inside of the case myself because it doesn't fit. None of the integrated plate was milled on the underside for the ISO enter key, so yeah, it's one of those things. I know it's like 1 of 7, but no one wants them because they're so terrible. And the PVD finish on the base of that was awful, so I tried sandblasting it, and it turned out that metal that it was supposed to be, which is brass, isn't really brass. It's like some weird mix alloy. So yeah, so we will do that at some point. Weren't you in the Lumina group buy? You really regret Dora more than Lumina? Okay, so Lumina is an interesting one. I wasn't in the Lumina group buy as such. What I did is I traded a load of stuff to Teslatron, and in return he gave me a spot in the Lumina group buy. So he kept all of the stuff, whatever he did with it, I don't know. I know he sold some of it later on, and I was supposed to get a Lumina out of it. That was like the trade. So I didn't actually invest any cash, but I did lose out on stuff. He actually owed me some other things as well. So there was also a Lumina 65 that he was doing, which was kind of like only 5 people were going to get. He owed me one of those. He owed me the standard Lumina. He still owes me a prototype Lumina. And then he also owes me another prototype that he helped design, that I paid him for, that never got produced. So all in all, I think it was about $2.5 grand, but not just the Lumina, it was like other projects as well. But that's old news and ancient news now. So, and it's done with. Okay, let's take a look at this PCB and plate. I do love how they use these void stickers for like opening these up. Oh, okay, I see what we have here. So we do have an aluminium plate. So this is in the sparkly McFlurry snowflake. I don't know if that's going to show up on camera, but this is kind of like got glitter in it. Does that show on camera? Can you guys see that that's glittering? You guys see that it's glittering? Maybe just there. And then we have this layer of this is injected silicone rubber. So this is kind of like a layer that goes in between the plate and the PCB, and it has alignment pins to align it. That's kind of cool. Oh wait, does it go on top? Oh, that's pretty interesting. It actually goes on top of the plate. Wait, what? That can't be right. That can't be right. Is that right? Is that how it goes? Colour me skeptical. White flash. Yeah, I think you saw one piece of glitter. It is really glittery in real life. Yeah, so I think that's the plate, but the actual board is the McFlurry colorway. I believe. We also have the PCB. Oh, I thought this was white, but it's actually kind of like a grey color. That's really nice. That's really nice. So this is like an off-white grey. Like, it looks like white in the shade, but that's actually the color of it. That's grey. Like, look next to white keycaps, so you can see it's actually grey. That's really cool. Yeah, I like that a lot. We got a link for the LEDs, and we've got a link for the USB. Kiwi Keeps, thank you so much for the follow, man. Thank you very much. And John as well. Sorry, I missed that, John. But thank you very much, dude. Thank you. How's it going? It's going well, man. It's going well. If you guys wanted to speak to someone who's actually been to the workshop, that's your guy. Kiwi Keeps has visited here. Crunchy all the way. It's my favourite chocolate bar. Crunchy's good, man. I agree. Okay, interesting. So this rubber foam. So this is really interesting. So there's holes in the plate all over, these circular holes, and these are designed for the rubber material to sit into, but it means that they sit on the top. That's really interesting. So this sits on top. I didn't know this was a thing. So that sits on top. So you lose the benefit of having the color of the plate actually, because you're covering it up with this. But hey, that's how the board goes, so we'll build it that way. And the plate sits on top of the PCB, and it doesn't cover this switch. This switch is plateless. Interesting. Okay. You've walked on sacred land. I'm not sure about that, but sure. A coffee cup looks funky cool. Did I make it myself? No, these are actually made by a friend. He works for a manufacturer who makes coffee cups. The stamp's actually on the bottom, but these ones were all handmade by him, which is why they've got a point here. I've actually got another one that's very similar, and it's actually the shape of his hands. If he goes like that around the coffee cup, it's the shape of his hands, which is pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So I have another one that's got blue sparkly bits on the side, but this one's black and white motif. No switch there. No, you're right. You're right, actually, because of the badge. But there is a switch spot here on the PCB that's usable. Yeah. What the Huey? You've also been here. Yes, I'm aware you've been here as well. Huey's also visited the workshop. He's been to the warehouse. He's seen it. Yes, Huey. Yeah, the Vita corner blocker was meant to be when you changed to in production. Yes, but yeah, so there's nothing on the plate there, but the switch is there. So if you were going to use the PCB for whatever with this plate assembly, you couldn't. I know it won't fit on the board, but yes. Okay, so shall we take a look at the keyboard? Let's move these to one side. I'm pretty excited for this. Oh man, that's pretty cool. That's pretty special. I've just bought an ME in this colorway as well. It's so hard to show you guys the sparkles, but like it's sparkling everywhere. Can you guys see that there? Thank you very much for the follow. Thank you. I have no idea how to pronounce simplified Chinese characters. Can you see that? You must be able to see the sparkle now, guys, right? But it's also got this cool badge up here. As you can see, it's got a separate board for it. This is so cool. Side profile, pretty nice. Pretty tasty. Quadrum, thank you so much for the follow, man. And then on the base, look at this. Look how cool this is. Look at that. You see, it's got the matrix embedded in it here. Almost disappears at certain lengths. It's just so cool. I love it. Badge here. This badge is interchangeable. There's other badges coming out on the market as well, which I've just bought a ton of. And then on the back as well, USB at this end. These are just affectations up the other end. It's so cool. This black bit's actually sparkly as well. Like, it's so hard to show you the sparklets, but it is sparkly. It's really cool. I've just joined the ME group buy. I've bought 2 of them. It is a panda. It's the Matrix logo. Yeah, it's one of the Matrix logos. I've just bought 2 of the ME. I bought one in this black with a white plate on the base, and then I bought another one in the jade green with banana yellow accents. I'm not lying. That is exactly what I bought. Those 2 boards. This is super cool though. How cool is that? Love it. What's the retail on this? I bought this one off of the aftermarket. The group buy finished a couple months ago and it shipped last month, I think. But this is really cool. This is super duper cool. Right. Let's take the board apart. Let's take it apart. Yeah, so I went for the Nebula case with the white bottom plate, the white flash bottom plate. Finish of every Matrix board I've owned or seen has always been nice. Yeah, I have quite a few. I think I have 10 or 12 Matrix boards now. I absolutely adore them. Like, just from a design perspective, they're so funky and so cool. I actually have a Matrix numpad coming as well, which is really cool. I don't think this is anodization. I think this is a powder coat, but I don't know for certain. But I'm pretty certain that these nebula and sparkly colorways. I can't remember what the color of it's called, but it's something like that. It's the sparkly black one, whatever the sparkly black one's called. But yeah, I got the sparkly black one with a white bottom plate on. Hold on, give me a second. Let me see if I can. I think it's called Nebula, something like that. I can't remember. Whichever the one on YouTube was the sparkly one, that's what I ordered. But I ordered 2. Okay, let's see if there's a component. There we go. Would you need to remove an e-coating before getting powder coat Cerakote done? Yeah, 100%. 100%. There we go. This is a cool little function here. This is for the LED in the corner. The little screen up there. It's really cool. Lots of little design affectations on this, which are really cool to see. The bots disagree about the giveaway. There is a giveaway, don't worry. I will be doing a giveaway later on today. So the bots can disagree with me all they like. Nice little chamfers running all around the edge. This is a really sharp corner though. I'm kind of worried about dinging this. So this corner here is really sharp. I'm kind of worried about dinging that. In fact, all of the squared off corners are quite sharp here as well and here. It's pretty interesting. Death Rage, thank you very much for the follow. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, but I do love this colorway. It's so cool. It's going to look great with Big soon. Okay, so let's take a look at the internals of the board as well. Let's see if we can take this all apart and have a proper look here. Where does this come apart? Is this really just held on by 2 screws? It would seem that way. That's one. And that's 2. There we go. Coating is still on the inside as well. It's still sparkly on there as well. I thought that they would just have put white under there, but no, the whole thing is sparkly everywhere. No machine marks anywhere either that I can see. This coating must be quite thick, I think, because it does cover up the machine marks on the inside really, really well. And I say thick, I don't think it's that thick. In fact, the more I look at this, the more I think it's Cerakote, not a powder coat. Chamfers, even on the inside edges here, the chamfers, guys. A lot of work gone into this. Awful lot of work. The screw holes everywhere as well. Look at all these screw holes. There's just screw holes everywhere. So you can do different things. And the little daughter board up here is quite cool. Slightly different to the AIO3 design, but it's roughly the same dimensions. But it uses screw ports in different places. Kind of interesting. But yeah, I think we can take out each of these badges individually. Let's take a look at that. So there's the panda. How cute is that? How cute is that? Look at that, guys. It's super cute. Mackenthorpe, thank you so much for the follow, man. I really appreciate that. So yeah, so they just unscrew. As I said before, we can also take out these other badges, and there has been a couple of group buys recently for replacement badges for just here. So let's see how easy that is to take out. I think it's pretty easy, just 2 screws. More sparkly the better. Do I get money from the Proto points we spent? No. I don't get paid for those, no. That's just basically reward points. The longer you watch and the more you interact with the channel, the more points you get to spend on stuff like that. And here's a little badge, guys. How cute is this? This is a proper chunky piece of material as well. Like, this is really hefty. Matt, thank you so much for the follow. Thank you. How will the giveaway work? When we finish the build, we'll be doing the giveaway. It will be a keyword that you need to enter into chat to be able to win. We'll talk about it later on in the stream though. That's pretty cool. Okay, let's put this all back together. And then we can carry on with the build. That's the round band, the rectangular badge put back in. Now I just need to pop the brown one in. It's so cool that you can access all of this though. This is really nice. I like this a lot. Like the whole piece here as well. You can take this whole thing out. In fact, we'll do that in a second. I think you can take that out without removing the smaller badges as well. Let's see. Let's test that. Let's test that theory. I'm not sure if the Matrix ME is magnetic or not, but the badges on this are screwed in, yes. Okay, I'm wrong. You have to take out the other badges as well. Let's see if we can take the whole thing apart. Let's just do that, right? Let's just take the whole thing apart. Take all of the badges out, and let's take a look at the machining on the inside of there. So let's just do that. Because I'm keen to see if it's as good quality in the hidden areas as it is in the visible areas. Oh, actually, no, I think I can. I think it's just one more screw that we need to undo. Let me put these back in. There we go. So this is where you can see the 3 badges, guys. The 3 badges are held in place. Whoops. We did drop a screw. It's there. So you can see the 3 badges are held in place, but the actual main part of it comes out. This is a chunky piece of metal. It wouldn't surprise me if this was brass. Yeah, so this is brass. This is a piece of brass, and you can tell that because inside the screw holes is brass. So just 3 screws to hold it on. That's pretty cool. Okay, let's just fix this badge first of all. So it's pretty cool. Underneath here, again, all of the finish is just as good on the inside of here as it is on the outside. That's really nice to see. That's really, really nice. Even the little yellow badge does come out as well, but we'll leave that in. There we go. Let's pop this all back together now. In fact, that's the wrong screw. Where did we put the screws for this? Pretty sure I put them in there. Okay, last one. And there we go. That's the whole weight system put back together. Cool that the daughter board's attached to the weight. I really like that. It's a chunky piece of metal though. Really chunky. Let's pop this back in. And then we want to screw this back in place as well. It's kind of interesting that it only uses 2 screws to hold this in place. It's quite a lot of weight for just 2 screws. I am slightly worried about sound and rattle, but we'll see how it goes. It could be fine. That feels good. Okay, let's catch up with chat and see what you guys are talking about. Pandas are cute in general. Cute hex panda. Yeah. Are there any decent good anno places in the EU that aren't mad expensive? In small quantities, not really. You have to buy bulk, really. Thank you, Peace Lake. Thank you. Yeah, you're going to be looking at 200 quid, I think. I would have gotten the MESE if the Equinox XL wasn't announced. It ticked off all my boxes for a sub 60%. That's fair. That's fair. I think that this particular one, I think that the Starry Night and the shiny and the sparkly ones, I think that these are Cerakotes. They're not anodization. I'm fairly confident in that, but they feel like Cerakotes. That's just a guess, but that's what I would guess. Okay, so now we've done that, the next thing to do is to start to put the PCB plate assembly together. So we need to do some stabilizers. So let's get our stabilizers ready. Now we can't do ISO on this one. We have to do ANSI. Now we're going to do 7U spacebar, I think, and we're going to do a full backspace, and we're going to do ANSI enter, and we're going to do full shift. I am slightly disappointed that there's no ISO option for this board because it would have been really cool. Can't have ISO on every board. That'd be rude to ask for that, so I won't. Okay. That should be everything we need from stabilizers, so let's pop these together. I really like the Equinox XL layout. I do have an original Equinox, but I don't have the XL. And I do love my Equinox, it's a great board. I too have Desk MV. It's not that good, it's just a bit of wood with a desk mat, a clock, and some tubs on it. You can buy these soon, hex trays. Self-shill again. They'll be for sale on prototypist.net, designed by Tom. Soon, very soon actually. That's really close. Tyson says nice Vita. Thank you very much, man. I won the raffle for a blue-grey house. What keycaps did you put on it? I haven't really looked at the house. There was a few things on it I wasn't a fan of, so it hasn't really entered my radar. But congratulations, I'm sure it'll be a lovely board. I don't know, blue-grey, I'd probably go with something simple, maybe like GMK Stormtrooper, something white. I'd probably go for something like that on it. Discriminates asking what we're printing. So we're actually printing two things. So when I sell switches on the site, I give away two things. I give away some stem tweezers, which is what we're printing here. These are basically tweezers that hold onto the stems of switches. As well as that, I'm also printing some switch openers, which are these here. So these will become switch openers, and I give those away for free whenever I sell switches on the site, so people get them. So we print loads, basically. CRP greys, beige and greys are always good shouts for any build, irrespective of whether it's blue, grey, or black, or green, or any other color. To be honest with you. Quadrum says house isn't very interesting. I don't know, like it's just not been on my radar. It's, you know, I mean it's a 910 clone in a way. I mean Lewis is a lovely guy, but it just wasn't for me. So I didn't look at buying one. So I haven't really been following it. I know it was in stock, which was the cool thing, rather than group buy. That's great, but other than that, there was nothing there for me in that particular project. I did join Lewis's other project, which was the Dalco 959. He offered me a spot on both, and I chose to pick it up on the Dalco, but I didn't on the house. Wayward Fox is here. He says, when I first got into the hobby, I was lusting over GMK Apollo, which was out of group buy. Managed to get into GMK Arch instead, which I'm excited for. Nice. Yeah, Apollo hasn't shipped yet, I don't think. So you'll probably see that on the aftermarket pretty soon. I'm assuming that's going to ship relatively soon. Shame about that. Oh, UK ISO in base, couldn't stomach an extra £60 for the 3 extra keys. Oh, that's fair, I get it. I mean, the thing is, if you don't buy Nordic kits though, they won't get made, so people who want those keys need to consider buying them. Like, I know it's difficult because it's spending more money, but not everything can be in the base. So if you want to show support for those kits, people do need to buy them, otherwise they're just never going to get made and people will stop making them, and or even trying to run them, and then more people complain, and it's like a vicious cycle. I think the thing is, if you're going to complain about Keycap compatibility in this hobby, and this is really tough pill to swallow, but you have to put your money where your mouth is. If you're going to say, I want X Keycaps to be supported, then if they're there, people have to buy them. Like, otherwise they're just not going to get made anymore. Like, as a vendor, if a Keycap set has a Nordic kit, and that Nordic kit sells, say, 50 units in group buy, but the MOQ is 150, do I really want to spend money buying another 100 sets to get to MOQ, knowing that if I can only sell 50 in group buy, I'll probably never sell those other 100 sets? It's like, it's a really difficult question, and vendors are getting more and more turned off by it. It's really difficult. So that was a bit of a frank pill there, but, you know, sometimes we have to talk frankly. Not so patiently waiting for my Dalco. They'll arrive, man. I don't think it's a huge group buy, so they'll be okay. Shouldn't be too far away. Apollo is super nice. Yeah, Apollo is a lovely set. I think I bought that, actually. I think that is one set I'm still waiting for. I believe. I'd have to double check, but I'm pretty sure I bought it. I remember seeing you using your build using GMK Ashes. Check that out and got excited. There was a kit which had UK ISO, but then noticed it got cut mid-group buy. Yeah, blame Tyson for that. He's in chat. Shiro says, I'm learning Norda for the exclusive purposes of using those extra keys. 100%. Use it, man. Some of the extra keys are really cool, actually, for Norda. You get like the Q with the @ symbol on. I really like that. But the best key is the M key, because it has the mu symbol on it. They're both from German ISO, actually. ISO DE. Yeah, the M key with the mu symbol on is great. Love it. R2 Ashes will have UK ISO. Oof, if you need a UK vendor for that, Tyson, you know where I am. Thanks for explaining that, Jay. Sorry, Wayward Fox. I know I was being really frank there, and I was probably being a bit overbearing. I do apologise for that, but it is my view. It's really difficult for vendors to consider buying extras of a kit that they know they probably won't sell. Like, it's an investment for no margin, no profit, and it's a really difficult call. It really is. Like, you know, you want to support the community and you want to support people with minority layouts, but we need people to buy the sets to make it worthwhile making them, if that makes sense. It's really difficult. Don't different menus have different ways of doing MOQ for kits, GMK, EPPT, etc.? Yes, they do. They 100% do, JQ. It's very different. So Cat, for example, is based all on the number of keys that you sell. It doesn't matter what kit they're from. It's just the sheer number of keys. And that's actually based on units, actually, sorry. So like a 6.25 U key for a spacebar counts as 6.25 units. So if you have 150,000 units and you sell one spacebar, that takes 6.25 units off. If you sell an A key, that takes 1 U off. So yeah. EPBT is just different numbers for the kits. And then of course you have GMK, but all of the manufacturers are different. They all want to do different things. Okay, remember when you're lubing, guys, not to add too much lube. It's easy to add more lube later on than it is to take it away. So don't put too much lube on. Just going to lube these slider rails now. And again, we're not trying to gum these up. We're just trying to add enough lube to make it nice and smooth. That's one done. I still haven't won the lottery, says Matt, so that I can just buy an ISO only kit to make it the most bought kit of all time, thus justifying why ISO needs to be in base. Yeah, like just buy like 1,000 ISO kits just to prove a point that, oh, ISO actually should be made because it sold more kits on this group buy than base kits did. More people wanted the ISO keys. Can you imagine? Mysteric says Bingsu is not such a nice set, but not sure I can wait for it. Such a dilemma. Yeah, I mean the wait'll go. Like, you know, I'm hoping that GMK keeps their promise and actually reduce the timescales now, because that's what they're looking to do. They've got some of their new machinery up and running. They're getting people trained up on how to use it, and hopefully what we'll see is some of those lead times start to drop over the next 6 months or so. That's my hope. That's part of the reason I got Polybius, because it had so much support in the base kit. Yeah, Polybius was a good solid base set. Like, it was a really good solid base set. I had a lot of support in there. I was a big fan of that. Cool set as well. Satuke says on the flip side, look at something like Botanical. It has a Fortis kit that has a 1.75U backspace key, but no 1.5U enter, so it makes it a no-go for minivan. Vendors and designers seem to be ignoring feedback more often than not on obscure kits and just defaulting to old standards. Yeah, I mean, do you really want to include a key that supports one keyboard? I don't know. Like, it's difficult. Like, I'm not part of the whole drama between Van and Evans and designers about the Van keyboard stuff. Like, I don't care for drama, and I'd rather it never existed in the hobby. But, you know, like, just including it for one key, for one keyboard seems, I don't know, a little bit weird. Not many GMK sets have good Fortis compat, and ones that do are very expensive. Yeah, because they're expensive kits to make, that's why. They're just expensive kits to make. Love it when you can buy UK ISO as a standalone add-on though, like with SA Copy. Yeah, a few boards have done that. Sorry, a few key sets have done that actually. GMK Bleach actually bundled it with the numpad kit, which was quite good. I liked that. It's one of the main pain points when the scene is dominated by the US. Yeah, like, I mean, just more people want ANSI than ISO, right? And more UK people seem to want ANSI than ISO these days. So, same in the EU. More EU folks want ANSI than ISO. So, when the odds are stacked against it, even in its native area, it's difficult to try and garner support for something. It is really hard, because I'm an ISO user. I prefer ISO, but often I just have to settle for not having it. I heard that many of the delays are due to a global resin shortage. For GMK, yeah. I think there's 3 points of contention for delays. Staffing through COVID, machinery and moving headquarters, and resin supply. I think those are the trump cards that are causing the issues at GMK. Don't get me wrong, I'm not an impatient person. I have several GMK sets, but it's just disheartening to realise you won't get some of these sets to the back end of next year. Yeah, I appreciate that. I completely appreciate it. I'd be lying if I said it hadn't stopped me buying some GMK sets recently. It has, but, you know, it's just the way it is. Cool, boss, thank you very much. Yeah, let's hydrate. Thank you. Quadrum, I think you're right. I think more people will move to other manufacturers soon. We'll see how that goes. We'll see how it pans out. Okay. Let's get these stabilizers into the board, and then we can see if we can get some switches in here. And you guys are going to get to choose the switches in a minute or two. We're going to run a poll, and you guys will get to choose the switches that we put in the board. I do like this board already though, from the stabilizer perspective. It holds the stabilizers nice and tight, which is good. Or at least the backspace did. Oh yeah, I like that. That's good. Okay. Let's get these screwed in. And remember guys, when you're screwing into a stabilizer to hold it in place, don't screw too tight. You don't want to try and crush the PCB. You're just trying to hold the stabilizer in place. So go until it's finger tight and then do a quarter turn more. That's all you need. Just a bit of light pressure to hold the stabilizer in place. That's all you need. You don't need to try and crush the PCB. You don't need to try and snap the stabilizer from putting too much pressure on it. Just put a little bit of pressure on. For low profile chocks, is linear or tactile better? I don't really use low profile switches. I guess linear, because I prefer linear for most things these days. But that'd just be purely a guess. Thank you for not forcing ISO on the J-boards. I'd never force someone to use a layout that they didn't want to use. Like, give people a choice, right? That's the trick. Last time I tried ANSI, I almost deleted a production database. Never again. Ooh. Yeah, you need to be sure of your keystrokes in production. Why were you doing something live in production? That seems a bit weird. Like, were you actively coding in production? I'd never have allowed that back in my old days at my day job. I think of buying fake GMK on AliExpress, but I feel like it's controversial to support these sellers. My main reason to say buy true GMK sets is for two main reasons. One, the quality, you get what you pay for with a GMK set, and two, it supports the designer of the set, right? Like, irrespective of vendors or whoever else, there's someone who put blood, sweat and tears into designing that set. They don't get any royalties if you buy it through a fake. That's the key. Tyson redeeming hydrate, thank you very much, man. Thank you, keeping me honest here. Okay, so now we have our stabilizers all in the board, all screwed in nicely, nice and flush, looking and feeling good. It's time to work out which switches we're going to use. So let's drop. Oh no! So, we have a problem here, guys. The PCB only supports a 6.25U spacebar. It does not support a 7U spacebar. So, we're going to have to rectify that. Oh no. I was not expecting that. I should have checked the plate first, but oh well. We live and learn. We live and learn. So the PCB supports it, the plate does not. Bust out the scissors. Yeah, right. We can reuse these housings. And of course I can reuse that spacebar wire later on, but we're going to have to flip over to a 6.25U one now. I don't know if you guys could hear that, but my tummy was rumbling really madly then. Like, it was rumbling really, really badly. Oh, a lot of loop there. Maybe too much. There we go. Okay, there we go. We're almost back in the race, guys. Almost back in the race. As part of a DB2 database using work scheduling software. Ah, okay. Golden Ratio says lavenders, please. No, no lavenders for this. It's either KTC grapefruits we're going to be using, or alternatively, it's going to be lubed H1s. You guys are going to get to pick in a minute. Maybe everyone can go 40%, then you won't need ISO or giant kits with lots of wasted plastic that takes 2 years to produce. Kajahata with the hot takes here, man. Hot takes. There we go. Okay, so we should be back on track now. And the plate assembly should just slide on here. And there we go, it does. That fits nicely. Okay, so it is time to pick some switches. Which means you guys need to vote. Let me set up a poll. And whilst you guys are voting, I'm going to tell you about the switches I have here. So you guys can make an informed decision. And if you want to influence the vote, you can by using bits or points. So feel free to do that as well. Okay, so the poll should be live. Now, I have two types of switches here. I have KTT grapefruits, which fit the theme of the build with Bingsu. They're a similar sort of colour, kind of a good match, but these are completely stock. They're unlubed, they've no lube in them, they've not been taken apart. They haven't been tweaked or changed or anything. They are 100% stock. Alternatively, I have some H1 switches. Now, these have been lubed. These have been stripped down, lubed by Matt the Pokemon Kid, and these have been lubed with 205 grade 2. So there you go. These are both linear switches, so take your pick. Those are the two switches. The vote's now up. People have the choice to vote for whichever you'd like. More votes the better. Let's see what we can come out with. Right, let's catch up with chat while we're doing that. Production is just a better test environment. You're making me panic now. You're making me come out in a hot flash. Wait, why would the plate be a fixed layout? It just is. The plate only offers a 6.25U space. Argonite says, hey Jay, how you doing? I'm doing well, man. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you. Bust out the Dremel. No, we're not busting out the Dremel today. How many boards do I have? Oh my gosh, Quiver. 250? Maybe? Closer to 300? I don't know. I have no idea. I did have at the beginning of this year 214 because I know because someone came and counted them for me. Since then I've bought a lot. Like I've bought quite a few. So I probably guess closer to 250 now. I don't know. Maybe approaching 300. Something like that. Jay's hungry. Better feed him before midnight. No, it's actually I had dinner. I had an Indian well, not a takeaway, a home cooked Indian meal before I came out tonight. So yeah, because I'm not at home here. This is my workshop, so I'm not at home. I have to drive home after I finish. Jordan64 is here as well. Mr. J, how you doing? I'm doing good, man. Thank you very much for being here. I hope you're doing well. Unlubed linear, no way. Hey. You know what's funny? In my head, I sometimes think you and Matt are related or the same person. No, we're very much not the same person. We're very much not. What's the difference between 205 grade 0 and grade 2? Grade 2 is thicker. It's thicker. I purchased some grapefruits for your store. Would be nice to hear them. Thanks, man. Thanks for buying them. Thank you. The poll is 50-50. Yeah, it's level pegging. Like, I have a vote. I haven't voted, but I do have a vote. So if it is level pegging, I will pick. So you guys need to vote and see where it comes out. Like, this is really close. Like, I thought the H1s were going to nail this because they're the only lubed option. So yeah, we'll see. Rookie numbers. It's funny because I talk to Matt all the time. Yeah, Matt's a good dude. Matt's a good dude. If it's tied, you have to use both switches. Oh, it is a tie. Holy crap, it is a tie. What, you mean like H1's on the alphas and KTT's on the mods? No, I do have a vote to use here, but it did come out at 50-50. 38 votes each. That's quite a lot of votes each, right? That's quite a lot of votes each. 38 to 38. Wow. Zombie contributed 4,000 channel points to get it there, though. I see you, Zombie. I see you. I see you. Random all over. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. It is up to me. Yeah, it comes back to me. Now, which do I want to see? I don't know. Like, I like the idea of the KTTs because they'll semi-match the build, but they're unlubed, and these are going to be better. If I build it with these, I'm going to have to rebuild the board at some point. If I build it with these, I might not. I'm going to go with the loop switches. Watch my audience disappear now because I'm going with the loop switches. Alternate them, checkerboard. No, I'm not doing that. You watch. I won't have enough switches now. This will turn out where I don't have enough of these switches. God, grapefruit. I'm done. Discriminate. Sorry, man. Sorry. Oh, this is so funny. Oh, this is really interesting. This kind of rubber coating on it is really interesting. Oh, that's super cool. I kind of like it. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how this goes. I'm just going to put in a few switches randomly dotted around here just to hold the rubber to the plate and to hold everything in position as well. So I'm just going to put a few random switches in place here as we go around the board. Just make sure everything's nice and tight. I didn't realize that this plate was so fixed for the bottom row layout, but this plate only has one option for the bottom row, right? That's it. It just has one option for the bottom row, which is nice in a way because it means I can't get it wrong or put the wrong switch in the wrong place for the layout that I'm going to do. But at the same time, I'd rather have had the choice and have run a 7U bottom row. I think I would have vastly preferred that. I'm kind of intrigued by this rubber though. I'm kind of intrigued by it, I'll be honest. We'll see if it's any good or not. We'll see how good it makes the board sound. Blessed by Pokemon Lad. Is he in chat still? He was around earlier on. Sad watermelon noises. Oh, whatever, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's my board though. I'm sorry. You're making me feel bad now for building my own board in my own way. These are H1s, ban to God. Yes, these are H1s. Okay, so we're just going to fill up the rest of the plate in the PCB assembly now. And remember, guys, we are going to be soon. Oh, hello, Emily Bledin. Thank you very much for the subscription, man. Thank you very much for that. Really appreciate that, dude. You may now be able to see a secret extra section of my Discord server. Yeah, you may be able to see a secret section now that you have subscribed. That section may get early news of things dropping. It may get preferential access to some items. Who knows what it gives you? Anyway, as I was going to say, guys, when we get to the soldering, you guys can ask me any question as well. So we do the whole thing where when we're soldering, you can ask any question you would like, irrespective of whether it's related to keyboards or real life stuff. You can ask any question you'd like. So start to think about your questions, and then while we're soldering, you can just tag me with @jprototypist and ask away your questions, and I will do my best to answer them honestly and openly. And they can be about any topic, any subject that you would like at all. JQ, thank you so much for the Prime subscription. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate it. As a mod of your server, there are no secrets. There are always secrets. There's stuff that you can't see. There's always stuff that you can't see, Bledin. If anyone tags me, I'll answer those questions shortly when we get to the soldering part. So if you do tag me, I'll go back through and I'll pick up those questions when we solder. Oxy, thank you so much for the sub as well. For 3 months, secrets you say? Yeah, there is some secrets. There may be special sub giveaways, sub only events, sub only news, some other things as well in the Discord server, just as a little perk to say thank you to everyone who does sub. The secret Bled hate channel? No, more about group buys and stuff than anything else. Nothing on purpose, Bled. Since when does Jay stream on his own channel? Since about 3 months ago, dude. About 3 months ago. So I'm saving your @tagged questions, guys. I will answer those shortly. As soon as we get to soldering, I'll answer them whilst I'm soldering. So if you have any questions about any topic whatsoever, anything in the world, you can ask me just by tagging @JToPrototypist, and I will answer you 100% honestly, so it can be as in-depth or as personal as you like, and I will answer it to you once I start soldering. So we're almost there with the switches now, actually. But yeah, I've been streaming on this channel for about 3 months, Nathan. I thought you knew. I did think it was something that you knew. Perhaps I never mentioned it. We also do workshop streams as well, where I stream out in the workshop making stuff on the laser cutter from time to time, and we're going to be doing that on Tuesday night as well. So around 9 PM on Tuesday night, 8 PM, 9 PM on Tuesday night, I'm going to be making a sign on the laser cutter for my office, which is going to be good. Anubis Prime Live says, I love your Instagram stories. Thank you very much, man. Thank you. I put a lot of time and effort into them. Macanthrope, thank you so much for the Prime subscription, man. I appreciate that. Everyone wants access to the secret channel now. Do you know what? After the stream today, I'll Nathan Offerman, thank you so much for the sub. Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you so much, guys. After the stream today, I'm gonna do for those that have subbed, who can see the channel, I will do something special for you guys after the stream today, just to say thank you for everyone who's joining. But don't forget, guys, we've still got a GMK giveaway for everyone at the end of the stream. So that's coming up soon. The secret is out. There is not foot pictures. There is no foot pictures. People wouldn't want to see my feet anyway. Thank you, man. Thank you. The new truck's really cool. I did have 3 pickup trucks, but I sold one, and it got picked up just yesterday, which was quite cool. The new owner's really nice guy. He's going to take good care of it. I had 1 switch spare, guys. 1 switch. If this had been ISO, I'd have been screwed. Okay, there we go. That's that done. It's now time to solder. So it's now time to grab onto those questions. I'm just going to check for bent pins first. Just make sure we don't have any. Okay, we've got 1. Have 1 bent pin so far. Just checking for bent pins all the way through. I can only see 1 switch where I've bent a pin, putting it in. Two switches. 2 switches to fix. Okay, so let's just fix these really quickly, and then we'll crack on with the soldering and answering your guys' questions. People keep redeeming foot cam on your channel. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Okay, so get your questions in, guys. I will answer them all 100% honestly. I'll be brutally honest with whatever you ask. It doesn't really matter the subject. As long as it's not going to get me banned from Twitch, I will answer it. That's what we're going to do. That's how open I'm going to be with you guys. Okay, right, we're good to solder. All fixed. All bent pins have been fixed. Right, let's get this going. Okay. So, thank you very much, Pew Pew Laser. Thank you very much, Secret Channel. There's nothing much in there yet, but there will be in the next couple of weeks. And I'll do a really small giveaway after the stream today in there as well for anyone who's in there. So Jordan64 says, "What do you look for in a woman?" My wife. I don't know if I can answer that in any other way. I look for my wife in a woman. I am straight. But yeah, I love my wife to bits. I don't really find myself looking. I mean, it's hard not to appreciate when someone's attractive, but whether they're male or female. But yeah, what did I look for before I met her? Just fun companionship, I think, is what I wanted. Someone who I enjoyed hanging out with, someone who I enjoyed spending time with, someone who enjoyed spending time with me in return. A companion for crime and capers. That's what it was. Thank you so much for to Captain James. Thank you very much for the tier 1 sub as well. Thank you, man. 2 months. That's awesome. Thank you. Pivka says, what oil do I use for my beard? I use a few different ones. I'm actually using one right now called Captain's, which is a brand that a friend of mine is about to launch in the next couple of months. It's pretty good stuff. He's got 2 or 3 different scents, and I'm hoping he does really well with it. But it's called Captain's beard oil. I'm not sure if it's publicly announced actually yet. Maybe I shouldn't have mentioned that. But yeah, that's what I use. Epsilon says, do you think it's time to start holding Alps as DCS Alps keycaps start rolling out and becoming more popular? It's always been time to hold Alps switches. If you don't have Alps switches already, you're going to struggle to get hold of them. But yeah, if you're a fan of Alps and you want to start utilizing them in builds because DCS are coming along, I would recommend that you start to buy as many Alps switches as you can, ready for those builds in the future. 100%. DaKZNE says, of all the keyboards you have purchased, which one disappointed you the most in relation to hype, final product, build quality, weight, features, and so on? There is only one answer to that, and it's the only group I ever regret joining, and that was the Doro 67. The keyboard was late, the PCB didn't work, the plate was integrated and it was designed to support UK ISO. I was one of only 7 people to buy that particular layout choice. It doesn't out of the box. I have to Dremel and drill the case to actually get it to work. The weight on it, the actual weight was not what it was supposed to be. So that was another disappointment as well. It was supposed to be PVD brass. It turns out that the PVD gold coating wasn't gold, it was silver, and it was full of watermarks and damage and all sorts of scratches, so it wasn't even a good quality. Yeah, and then when I sandblasted the material to try and make the weight brass again, to try and get that gold color in, it turned out that it wasn't actually brass, it was some sort of alloy that was similar in weight to brass. So yeah, a little bit disappointed with that one. That would be the one group buy that was very very disappointed in joining. Next question comes from Oxy. Says, have you been watching any of the Olympics? Any favorite events? Not necessarily just this year. I prefer the Winter Olympics to the actual Olympics, if I'm honest. I haven't watched a huge amount. I did watch some of the swimming this morning. I saw the was it Cacaldi, the American lady? I saw her win, beating the world record by a huge margin as well. And I was shocked to discover that she holds the next 20 best times as well at that event. It was kind of nuts. I apologize if I got her name wrong. I haven't watched much else, but I've been keeping up with some of the results. So yes and no is the answer. Okay, next question comes from Casey Pang. He says, did I watch the Hungarian Grand Prix? 100% I did, yeah. I thought it was an epic race. I think that's going to be remembered for a long time, and it's going to be one of those classic races that gets shown when we're old, to say this is one of the best races of 2021. It was, you know, a great time. It was Lewis Hamilton versus Max Verstappen, and Bottas did this and Bottas did that, and Hamilton drove a great recovery race, and Ocon won his first race. You know, all of that kind of stuff I think is going to be talked about. It's going to be viewed as one of the races like some of the classic Senna races are. Now I think it's going to go down as a classic. Very good race. And who'd have thought it at Hungary as well, because it's not usually a track that gives much excitement. Okay. Seminoge says, thoughts on kink shaming? I think kink shaming is a bad thing. Like, people can be interested in whatever they're interested in. Sometimes it's probably not worthwhile them talking about it in public, but that's up to them. Mooserites, thank you so much. Thank you so much for that sub. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. People are going to like what they like. Who am I to judge if someone likes doing something that I don't like doing? Right? Don't knock it till you've tried it. All that kind of stuff. Yeah, you don't have to share your kinks with people, but you shouldn't kink shame people if you find something out about someone that you don't agree with or that you wouldn't like yourself. I think that's unfair. Okay. Next question comes from JQ27. Muzaride, thank you very much for gifting the sub. Thank you, dude. I really appreciate that. Thank you. What's the average airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow? Let's go with 42. I know that's not the answer from the show and the answer you're looking for, but let's go with 42 is the answer. I hope that helps. What do you use for your beard? Looks nice. I just brush it every day, twice a day, every morning when I get up, and every night after I've been in the shower. I brush it thoroughly, and I use beard oil once a day as well. As soon as I've come out of the shower, because that's when all of the oils wash out naturally, I oil it up then, not before I go out in the morning. Always the night before. That's it. Just very little maintenance. And then other than that, it's a trim at the barbers every 2 weeks. And that's it. Not much else to it. Chad McFly says, how easy is it to sell a Tofu 84 keyboard that's been fully built? As long as you price it right, which is going to mean basically what you paid for it, you'll be able to sell it. Like, if you try and sell it for more than that, you're going to struggle. But yeah, I think it'll be worth what you've put into it, and that's about it. But it should sell. Some people just want a board that's easier and that they don't have to build. Tronic says, how is the new truck? When will the blue Datsun be on the streets? So the new green truck, Geraldine, is really good. She should be on the streets pretty soon. I'm just waiting for the paperwork to come back from the DVLA here in the UK. I did post it away just over a week ago now, so that hopefully should come back this week, and then she'll be on the road. The blue truck, I need to book it in for its test. I haven't got round to it yet. I will. I just have no time. It can't be this week now because we're now going away. I'm taking the wife for a nice spa week. So we're going away Wednesday to Friday. So maybe next week I'll get it in. Maybe next week. Pivka says, favorite vintage key. If I had to pick one of my vintage keyboards, it would be one of the old Commodore boards I have. They did a PC-10 and a PC-5. I have both variants and quite a few of both variants. I've given a couple away recently actually as well. But I absolutely adore those boards, and it was the macro columns on those that inspired the J01. So yeah, I really love that board. Warning, Will Robinson, danger, danger. That's a good reference. Good reference, I like it. I wish I could grow a beard like yours. Hey man, I'm 32. I couldn't grow a beard until I was like 20. Like, I just couldn't grow a beard. Quadrum says, brutally honest, thoughts on my board? Activate troll mode. Which board's that? Which board's that? I'm sorry, Quadrum. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm just trolling. Coiled keyboard cables or regular? Both is the right answer. It depends on what you're doing. I have a straight one on this desk because I change keyboard a lot. Out in the workshop, I have a coiled one. I do have a coiled one on this desk as well. That's for this particular build that we're doing right now too. NOS blues work best for a proper beard. Nice. What soldering iron are you using? This is a TS100. I've had this for a long time now, and it's my favorite soldering iron. Okay. Next question says, it's from Arcane. It says, I'm sad for Lando. I like Lando a lot. Yeah, I was sad for Lando, but I was really happy for Williams. I am a McLaren fan, but I was really happy for Williams. Thank you very much from the Laligator for subscribing. I appreciate that, my man. Thank you so much. Shot of Hamilton alone on the grid is going to go down in history. Yeah, right. It was just kind of nuts, was that? But you're absolutely right. That will go down in history. It's just one of those iconic moments. Like, Hamilton just really messed up with that decision, but it was his decision alone. So for those of you who don't know, on the outlap, the drivers can't talk to the pits. Well, they can talk to the pits, but the pits can't respond back to them. The guys and the engineers can't reply back, so they can't ask for advice. So all of the drivers decided whether or not to pit at the end of the formation lap themselves, and Hamilton was the only one that didn't. But he made the right decision tactically. Like, if you're playing the numbers, he made the right decision. It just didn't work out for him. But like you're in first. You know, why would you give up track position for a tire change? You wouldn't usually do that. So he made the right decision. It just happened to backfire on him. It's really interesting, though. Really, really interesting. Because we've never quite seen that exact set of circumstances before. I doubt we'll ever see it quite again. We'll see. We'll see. Defense by Alonso, 100%. He showed why he's the best defensive driver on the grid today. Wait, how do I feel about Vettel being disqualified from today's race afterwards? I didn't know that was a thing. Is that true? Wait, what? I didn't even know. Wait, what? Wow. Fernando holding off Hamilton and listening to Hamilton getting upset that Alonso was driving defensive was hilarious. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Fernando is maybe not the driver he once was, but his defensive driving is still on point. Okay, almost done soldering here, guys. Annie J. Kim says, did I get my CMO FE yet? Interested to see what ALBC is like. No, I haven't got it yet. Hasn't turned up yet. I haven't even been invoiced for it yet. I'll chase the guy next week. My kink is sharing my kink with people. Take that. Wow. Jordan, slide into my DMs. Tell me what your kink is, and I promise I won't kink shame you. Kinks are fine. Like, whatever people like, it's fine. I don't think there's an issue with most of it. Like, there's some things that shouldn't be. Like, obviously, like, kinks about children and stuff are bad, but pretty much everything is, if it's between two consenting adults, it doesn't really matter. People should be able to do what they want on that respect. Exceptions are things like rape and child porn and stuff with children. That's wrong, but anything else, you know, it's kind of fair game. Okay, almost finished soldering now, guys. Once I've done this, we'll just go quickly back through, make sure we've not missed anything in chat. And then we'll carry on with the rest of the build. There we go. Oh, we got level 2 hype train. I didn't even see the hype train running. Wow. Thank you very much for the raid, Teclados. Thank you so much for the raid. Thank you, guys. We're building a Matrix Vita today. Welcome to chat. Quadrum says the answer to life, the universe, and everything. That's 42. Yes, that's what I was referencing earlier on. Did anyone end up making the 3D printed JO1s? Yeah, anyone who bought a JO1 in group buy gets a mini 3D printed version of the board as well. You will need to take supports and stuff off yourself. I haven't found the time to do that because there's hundreds and hundreds of them, and it takes a few minutes for each one. But yeah, you will get a 3D printed one. Potatoes, thank you very much for the follow. Thank you, man. Shadowfax, Sunvalia, Sataclados, thank you, guys. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you so much for the raid. Thank you. I really appreciate you guys being here. Thank you very much. I'm going to have to look this up blooding afterwards on the F1 and Vettel being stripped of the place. I am going to look it up later on. Any favorite audio gear? I use Sony XM4s pretty much exclusively. I have the XM3s as well. Other than that, I'm not really an audiophile, if I'm completely honest. So yeah, that's about where I get to. Thank you so much for all the follows, guys. These keep coming through. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it. You're 32. I'm 36. Laligator. I'm 36. How long have I been married? I've been married for 3 years. It was 3 years on the 8th of May since I got married. Laligator, I've just realized your sub was for 6 months in advance. Dude, that's phenomenal. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Look at this Brazilian invasion by Mr. Keebs. Mr. Keebs. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. I love it. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. My kink is insider trading. It's not legal. Woo! There you go. Must be like Martha Stewart. Mr. Keebs, where is he? Mr. Keebs, what were you doing on stream today? Tell me about your stream. Did you build something fun? I hope you did. Thoughts on the billionaires' race to space? Are they paving the way for everyone or trying to create an escape for the elites when the planet is destroyed from climate change? I think you're reading into it too much. So I think the space race is kind of good for some reasons, kind of bad for other reasons. My thoughts on billionaires and my thoughts on the space race are two different things. Thoughts on the space race first. It's great to see that we're actually innovating in space. Like, we haven't done it in Luft since the 1960s and 70s, and we should have done more in that space than we have in the past 10 years. And I think the privateered space race is good from that perspective. Like, seeing Starship being built and all of that kind of open up Blue Origin and everything else, that's good. My thoughts on billionaires are that you should get to $999,999,999 pounds, whatever your currency is, or whatever the equivalent is in your currency, and then you just don't earn any more. You get a certificate that says, congratulations, you beat capitalism, you are very rich, there you go, don't worry about it anymore, that's it. Because $1 billion is more than enough, and everything else that they would have earned should go to charity. That's my thoughts on it. Like, they don't need any more than that. Space mining is the ultimate goal for this, yeah, because there's so much money in it, right? Spend 60, 70, 80 billion now to make trillions later on. Yeah. Right, okay, let's catch up with chat. Dream job besides streaming and keyboard. So I don't have a job actually. Right now I am legally I'm retired. So I quit my day. Well, I didn't quit. I was made redundant from my day job in April. I do run Prototypist full time. I do stream on occasion. But I make no income. I have zero income whatsoever. I do not get paid for Prototypist. I do not take any percentage of profits out of Prototypist. I don't get paid dividends or cash or anything. I do not get paid. So yeah, that's just the way it is. I don't earn anything, so I'm not technically employed right now. My dream job, honestly, I think I've got it. Like I don't like tinkering with stuff is my dream job. Being able to make stuff and plan stuff and just build stuff in a workshop, that's kind of my dream job. Whether that involves keyboards or not, that's what I want to do, and that's what I'm luckily in a position to be able to do right now. I like the new wall setup, says Victopro. What lights are you using on your stream setup? So here and here I have two lights. These are Elgato key lights, and then I have this purplish light over here at the back. That is a Hue bar light as well. Treeleaf's here as well. Hey Mr. Treeleaf, thank you very much for being here. Appreciate it. You've never seen the Matrix Vita before? Nice. The space race is how I make my money. Sure. We are 50 to 100 years from space mining at least. I think it's not that far. 25 years, I think we'll be there. In our lifetimes, I think we'll see it. I was being a little sarcastic about the elites escaping to space. It's a little sci-fi. It is. Quadrum says you can't actually make trillion space mining, otherwise it would have been done already. Bringing back one asteroid would destroy any market for the metals it has. So you don't bring back an asteroid, you bring back parts of an asteroid. You don't do it quickly, you do it over time. If you're the only person up there doing it, you control that entry to market. This is the same as diamond mining today. Like most diamond mines are owned by the same company. You can look this up, it's true. And they don't necessarily always sell all the diamonds that they produce in a year. They sell them over time to keep the supply and demand going. Same thing with asteroid mining. You don't have to bring it all back at once. And the other thing as well is when we start mining asteroids, it doesn't really matter about the raw materials we have here on Earth, because they'll use those materials for other things as well. As soon as we start to get into proper space movement, so people living on the moon, people living on Mars, people living in space on a full-time basis, they're going to need raw materials in space. They're not going to need them on Earth. They're going to need them in space. Things are going to start to get built in space pretty soon. I think within the next 20 years, we'll see things being built in space. So we'll have spaceships that are being built and space stations that are being built in space and manufactured in space rather than manufactured on Earth and then lifted up. Yuri for the win. Thank you so much, Yuri, for the raid. 41 people. Wow, that's 2 raids in like 10 minutes. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here, guys. We're building today a Matrix Vita. We're arguing about the space race right now, the billionaire space race, which is kind of fun and kind of silly. But we're just about to finish building this board off, so we'll carry on with that. How long could not having a job last, though? Don't know. As long as it needs to. Thank you so much for the follows, guys. Thank you. I don't legally have a job. I have no income. I'm legally 100% retired right now. That's not going to change, as far as I can tell. We got to the moon 52 years ago by now. If the motivation was there, it would have happened by now. The motivation has not been there, but it will be soon. Nathan Alphaman, thank you so much for those gift subs. Thank you, dude. Thank you, man. 10 tier 1 gift subs. Thank you so much, dude. Dude. Thank you so much for those gift subs. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that, dude. I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. And you wanted that number 1 on the leaderboard. You got it, man. I'll turn that feature on later on. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, wow. Thank you. Wow. There will be space chickens for sure. 100%. We'll grow food in space, whether it's chickens or something else. Yuri says, hey, Jay. How was your stream, Yuri? What did you do, man? Tell me about your stream. Tell me about what you did. Oh, thank you so much for the gift subs, Nathan. I really appreciate that, man. That means so much. Retired or just a jobless bearded hobo? Wait, are we talking about me or you, Bloodin? Which one are we talking about there? Thank you so much. Thank you. Space chickens. 100% space chickens. Next key set, space chickens. Right, okay. We built it with H1s. We've not lubed the H1s. The H1s were already lubed. We put the stabilizers in, we've soldered the switches in. H1 switches with this nice matrix rubber matting, and now we're going to put it all into the board and see how it works. Kudzakiji says, Jay, I look forward to seeing that Twitch partnership very soon, mate. Thank you, man. I think we're some way away from that right now, but maybe one day, right? Maybe one day. Okay. Time to screw the plate in. I think we did get some screws for this. We did. These are Phillips head. That should work. Lex, thank you so much for the sub. 3 months in advance. Thank you so much, dude. I thoroughly appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. Guys, you're going nuts with the subs today. There is, of course, the secret sub channel as well. And we are going to be doing a GMK giveaway in the very near future on the stream. As soon as I finish this build, I've done a typing test, then there is going to be a GMK giveaway on the stream today. We'll talk more about that shortly. Okay, so what I really like about this this kind of rubbery stuff that goes on top of the plate is it acts as like a bit of a gasket. It's almost like a top mount gasket. I kind of like this. I wouldn't say it's burger mount because it's only on one side, but I kind of like this implementation. This is really fun. I like it now. H1s are still my favorite linear to this day. They're really solid. I wouldn't say they're my favorite switches, but like they're a really solid switch. Like I don't dislike them in the slightest. I have a lot of time for them. I have to get access to that sub channel, and I have my JO1 to look forward to. Yeah, the JO1s are not too far away now. I was watching the boat earlier on. It had just passed Lisbon. It was coming up the side of Portugal. It was just near Lisbon. If you guys check the updates on the website, you can go into Notion, and if you look for the JO1 on there, you'll see that you have a tracking link to be able to follow the boat as well. Oh, This screw wants to be a little bit of a pain. Let's have a look what's going on here. Chuck Death says, will I ever get into electric cars? Yeah, I have a Tesla on the way. My Tesla arrives on the 21st of August, and I'm pretty excited for it. Okay, there we go. That is the plate and PC assembly into the board. Let's pop the base on, and then we can put some key. Oh no, we need to put cables in, like guys. I'm rushing now. I'm rushing. We need to put cables in. Wait, why does that not fit? Oh, that's why, because that's for the LEDs. That's not what I wanted to put it. I'll move if I put it into the right socket, guys. There we go. There we go. So that's now in the right place. We also have this ribbon cable to install as well. Okay, so I'm just installing the ribbon cable in place as well. And this is for the little screen on the front. There we go. So just to show you guys that up close, that's the ribbon cable installed for the screen on the front. It'll sit nice and flush. And then this is the USB cable. That means free charging, right? Charging for what? Sorry, do you mean the Tesla? Yeah, I'll have. There's a free charger outside just where I work. Yeah. All-time favorite GMK set. Oh man, you ask me that every week. I'm going to give you a different answer. Right now, I would probably say if I had to pick an all-time favorite Keycap set, I'm going to pick GMK. Oh, I don't know. OG, just OG keycaps. That's what I'm going to pick. Like, I'm toying between like Royal Alpha and a few others. Like, it's such a difficult question. It's such a difficult question. Main thing I worry about electric cars is the software being obsolete, whilst mechanical vehicle would be fine. Well, I think the thing is with electric cars is you can't see them as one and done. Like, you can't see them as a car that's going to last you for 50 years or 30 years or 20 years, maybe 10. That's where you need to be aiming at, and then the cars should be recycled and you should be looking at getting a new one. At the same time, I do disagree with that philosophy, but I have like 10 cars, so I don't need to worry about it too much. I just want a Tesla because I think they're cool, and I'll use it mainly for business use. Excuse me. And Prototypist is 100% carbon neutral, and having a Tesla really helps that as well, because we can offset the carbon really quickly for it. Fortunately, the UK has the most ideal weather for battery longevity. Yeah, it's true. It's good. We've had updates for recalls on cars that have bricked, updates that have bricked the cars and made them undrivable. Yeah, I don't see that happening too much. That's no different to phones, Quadrum. So Tesla may decide that they don't want to give updates to all the cars. That's just how things are. Everything's software driven these days. No software is perfect. No, but then neither is any mechanical system. There is always failure apparent in any mechanical system. I think it would save so much with just having the mechanical side of it without the software, just A to B type thing. Maybe. What do I think of GMK Movement? It's a good solid set. I've actually bought a set of it myself, so that's how nice it is. The more software a car becomes, the more open it becomes to vulnerabilities and exploitation. Maybe. But everything is moving to software, right? So we're going to see that more and more. Legally retired, yeah. So I still own a business. I'm legally retired because I don't take a salary, but I do own Prototypist as a business. So Prototypist is a legal entity. It's a limited liability company here in the UK. It's fully registered, VAT, taxable, everything else. I am the owner and the CEO. I think legally I'm down as the director, but I'm actually down as a volunteer director because I don't pay myself a salary. So I'm only a volunteer. I don't get paid, and I'm technically retired. So that's the legal status I have right now. Okay, right. Time to plug the USB cable into the bottom case, and then time to screw the whole thing together. Okay, this is a little bit tighter than I like. Sorry I can't show you guys this, but it's really quite tight in there. All the profits go back into the business. Yeah, I don't make a penny, personally. I don't take any money out. Of course, designers get paid profits and splits and stuff like that. I personally don't take any money out of the business. Okay, time to screw the board together. We're almost there now, guys. Let's get that CNC machine going. Yeah, at some point soon there will be a CNC in the Prototypist warehouse. That's not too far away. Next up is a new laser cutter, because the laser cutter I have, whilst it's fine, I want a replacement one. So I have been going out to tender with a few manufacturers and suppliers the past week. You might have seen that on my Insta stories. That's going to happen soon, and then CNC won't be too far away. So, Shadowpat, thank you so much for the 3 months of Subman. Thank you very much. Just to argue with JQ27, he says, same reasoning for me is why I don't like any of the home automation things. Why do I want to be unable to turn my lights on or off if a cloud service is down? Relying on technology is good to a point, but at some point I feel as though people are letting go of their own control for convenience. Okay, so a couple of things on that. One, my whole house is rigged with Alexa and Philips Hue lights, right? My whole house is, even the office here is as well. Like, that's on Philips Hue, is that light there, and I can control it and whatever on Alexa. My view on this is I don't mind it. Like, most of the stuff works without a cloud. Like, it doesn't have to be connected to the cloud to work for most of the things. If I'm in the house, whether Alexa's got a connection to the network or to connection to the internet or not, as long as it's on the home network, I can give it a control and it will turn on the lights. And if that's down, I can just go and use the light switch, right? Like, it doesn't stop the light switch working. I can still turn the lights on and off with the light switch. That still works. Same with a load of the home automation stuff. So we have heating that's smart controlled, and electrics. Like the lights have set routines and stuff like that. So as I'm approaching home, if no one's at home, it will turn on the heating to get it to a certain temperature, and it will turn on the lights as well. That happens only if there's connection there. So if the cloud service goes down, that does go away. But all of the other scheduling and everything else that happens automatically. So the scheduling I have for the heating happens whether there's cloud service or not. So do the lights and everything else. So I kind of see a point and kind of don't at the same time. I think we have to embrace this technology. Otherwise, what's the point in having it if we're not going to use it, right? I don't know. As long as they don't have ads, yeah. Philips Hue is expensive as well. It's not that expensive. Like, it's not that expensive. Right, okay, time for keycaps, guys. Time for keycaps. First thing I'm going to do is we're going to use this wonderful cap from Mirota Caps, this artisan keycap. That's going to go up in the space for escape. And now we're going to put the rest of GMK Bingsu on this board. I think I saw the enter key nice and early. There we go. Your light's brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Right, let's take the lid off here. Jay, hydrate. Hydrate. Did someone do it? Oh, you did it. You did it. You did the thing. I didn't see you, Nathan. I apologize. There we go. Hydrate done. Right, let's get a few of these keycaps out. Oh, I could have used the accent actually. We'll keep the accent to one side and decide if we want to use it later. I'm just going to put a few keys that we can't choose in what we're using here. Ah, that's kind of like an interesting plate style. I like it. I have Hue lights for my PC, but I've had the hub play up a few times, been unable to turn them off and had to reset the hub. I've in having Hue lights at home for nearly 5 years, I've never experienced that. Never experienced that. Sadly, no ISO support needed today. Haven't decided what we're going to use on the far side yet, so we'll keep that to one side. Okay. We'll keep the accents to one side, guys, and we'll let you guys decide towards the end what we're going to do with those. I'm just going to keep some of the keys for here as well, just one side, and we'll pick what we're going to do with those later. Okay. Philips Hue lights are one of the best $200 I've ever spent in my life. I couldn't have life without them now, I don't think. Like, I'd really struggle to not have them, I think. Accent arrows. You think we should have accent arrows? Okay, let's just do that. Let's go with accent arrows and no accent enter. Let's do that. 100% let's do that. Oh, see, I think we go accent coloured there. Sorry, we go alpha coloured there. I think that's what we're gonna do. I don't build ANSI too often, So I don't really care, but I think that's what we're going to do. Don't need the 7U, but we do need the 6.25U. No step cap support on this board. Lots of stuff we don't need here. Here we go. Keep it up there in case you guys tell me to change it, because you guys will probably tell me to change it. Okay. Seamless integration with iOS is nice. True. True. What playlist am I playing? It's Harris Heller's Stream Beats. That's what we're using today. Harris Heller's Stream Beats. That's what I use for most streams these days. What's the board up top? This is a frog, frog TKL by Geonworks. That's what it is. I can get my words out. Oh no, I just dropped a cap on the floor. Where the hell did that go? Oh, it's here. It's not a cap we needed, luckily, but I did just drop a cap on the floor. Oh wait, put that in the wrong place. I don't have a keycap puller. No. There we go. Matt says, do you know of good UK ANSI layouts that still have that? Well, so that's not a, you can't have UK ANSI layout as far as I'm aware. I've never seen it for sale as a specific layout. You can use the UK ISO keys on an ANSI layout if you wanted to, but what you're specifically asking for isn't something that exists. Do you know what? Let's put a cap in here that we need. There we go. Not quite sure what we're going to do on this cluster here because there's only 2 keys, so I'm going to keep my options open for the minute. Going to keep some of those keys to one side and we'll work out what we're going to do in just a minute. Okay, scoops or bars, guys? Scoops or bars? I need you guys to tell me whether you want to see scoops or bars on here. Just in chat put scoops or bars. I sent you a PM, I feel bad. Oh man. Bars, 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 scoops, 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 bars, bars. Drop the bars. Okay, bars it is. More people are saying bars. Let's go with bars. I don't usually go with scoops, but we've gone with bars for today. Okay, looks like I put an arrow key that I needed in there. I don't see it here. Oh no. Oh no. That one there, and that one there. That one there. That one there. Okay, so looks like I put an arrow key in here. There it is. There it is. That was easier to find than I thought it would be. Right, okay, so what do we have? I think I'm just going to go for the standard page up, page down there, and we just need to get to the right rows. So I think that's the correct row for page up, and then we're just going to go for page down. That's the wrong one, but it'll do for now. Wait, which is the right one? It's that one. Let's see if we can just use the switch puller to get this off. I don't have. There we go. There we go. Looks good. Right, keycaps out of the way. And there we have it, guys. This is the Matrix Vita. It's pretty cool, right? GMK Bingsu. We'll talk about the giveaway shortly. Just a few minutes and we'll be there. It's pretty cool, right? How do I get access to the secret Discord channel? So if you're a subscriber and you link your Twitch account to your Discord account, then you'll be able to access the channel. So dope. This looks so cool. Like, I'm super happy with this. Let's zoom in a little bit so I can show you guys this up close. So let's steal the USB cable and actually make sure this works as well. Which side are we on? Oh no. Is the cable gonna reach? Yeah, there we go. There we go. Looks pretty cool. Right. Mirror Artisan, I see you. Yeah, it's pretty cool, right? Let's get up switch hitter, and oh, I don't have switch hitter on this PC. I can't test it. I don't have switch hitter. Let me grab switch hitter really quickly. This is a new PC that I literally just put together the other day. You might have seen it on my Instagram if you guys follow. I'm just going to download and install switch hitter. Give me a second, guys. Why can I not find it? Why can I not find it? Right, found it. Come on. Right, it's downloading. We'll install it in a second. What's the top right do? It's batch. It does have power to it, so I'm not quite sure what it's supposed to do. It's a small LED screen, yeah, but it's not doing anything right now. I'm not quite sure if I'm supposed to turn it on in a way or not. I'm not sure. Perhaps we'll take the board apart and test it in a second. Let's just get switch hitter installed and then we'll test the keyboard. Although I'm pretty sure everything's working from what I've just typed on it, and then we'll go from there. Give me a second, guys. Let me get switch hitter installed. Looks nice. The board looks great, right? The board looks great. I think the GMK Bingsu works really, really well with the sparkly, because this is, and it's hard to show you guys, but this is sparkly on here. Like, there is flex in it, but it's not going to show up on camera. There you go. You can kind of see it there. It's kind of glittery. It's really cool. It's a great colorway. Right, is switch hitter installed now? Yeah, okay. So I should be able to share this as well. Let's see if I can. Let's add this. Okay. And then it pops up twice. Great. Great. There we go. Right, okay, you guys should be able to see switch hitter now. Let's test the keyboard and make sure it works. Okay, so the whole of the top row looks fine at the minute. That's all working fine. That's all working fine. Caps lock as well. That row is all working good. There we go. Oh, that'll be FN, I suspect. Yeah, okay, so that's all working fine as well. Arrows look good. And that is already set to page up and page down. So the keyboard's all working, which is great. Let's take it apart and see if we can work out why. We'll see if we can work out why this LED screen is not working. Ordered Bingsu right now. Was on the fence. It looks so good, right? It looks so good. I have 100 assembly pieces. Dude, like, Matrix boards are so fun to put together because they have so many parts. Like, I don't know how they make them for the price they do. Let's see if we can fix this screen in the top right, though. I wonder if I put the cable in upside down. I don't think I did, but that could be the issue. Yeah, this one's not on Via. I think they have done a couple of keyboards that are on Via, but this one's not. So yeah, I had to do switch hitter. I usually do switch hitter anyway because I don't like the Via implementation of testing the layout particularly. But that's just a personal thing. Like, I mean, it's fine, it does the job, but I do like switch hitter because it's functionality. I actually have specific custom layouts in switch hitter as well. I haven't got them turned on in this PC yet because it's a brand new computer, but I'll get that sorted. Panda's cute as fuck. Yeah, Panda's really cute. Okay, let's see if we can work out why this LED isn't working. Is it because I put this in upside down? I don't think I have, but let's check and see. Wait, what side are the pins on for that? Let's unplug this as well. Oh, okay, I think it is that. I think it is literally just that I put this in upside down. Let's fix that now. I could have sworn that they went in the other way, but hey, such is life. We'll test it before we seal the board back up again as well. Okay, plug the USB back in. And then let's plug it back in. Before we screw it together, we're just going to test it, make sure that this works. See if we get anything on the screen. And there we go. We now have liftoff on the screen. That's pretty cool. It's like a QR code that's in there at the minute. I'll have a look at that later on. But that's pretty cool. It's working now. Right, okay, so we can unplug it and we can put it back together. The source resolution is not 648p. No, I'm streaming in 1080p. I don't know why it's doing that. I'll double check it. It could be the fact that it's a new PC and I haven't changed the setting on here, but Streamlabs does update across all platforms, so it should have carried across my settings, but I'll double check that later on. Let me see if I can check that now, actually. How weird. How weird. It does seem to be set to 640p. I'll fix that later on. The Vita just went straight on my list. It's so cool. It's such a cool board. You can upload GIFs. Nice. Might be OBS weirdness. It could be. I use Streamlabs OBS. It could be that. It could be just because I've changed PC and I haven't updated that setting. But usually that setting's carried across from PC to PC. That's because I was advised on the PC I built before, and the person who advised me is in chat today. But the PCB, the motherboard for the PC, was not expandable in the way he promised me it was. That might be a cool board, but you're cooler. Are you talking about yourself, Dang Dynasty? You must be. You're 100% not at 640p. I'm pretty sure it's not at 640p. Okay, plug it back in. Screen. There it is. It's pretty cool. It's just like a QR code at the minute. I might scan that later on and see what it gives me, but we'll have a play with it later on. It's definitely. I think it's a Twitch issue. Maybe it's displaying wrong because I'm not. Let me check. Let me see if I can see in the settings what I'm outputting at. How do I access that now? Okay. Okay, so I'm outputting at 1920 by 1080. I have no idea why it's at 640p. No idea at all. I have no idea why it's doing that, guys. I have no idea why it's saying that. Anyway, we've built the board. We've got the board up and running. Let's put these keys away before I knock it over. Yeah, they do change with the encoding they allocate to the streamer. I'm not a partner, no, I am only affiliate. Be cool to have a fingerprint reader there. That's a good idea, yeah. The Artisan looks great. It matches super well. Look how good that matches. It looks great. It works really well with the sparkly case. I know you guys can't see this, but this case is sparkly as well. So the fact that the cap sparkles matches the case as well. Like, I don't know if you guys can see that, but it is sparkly. So there we go. Right, let's do a sound test and see how the board sounds. Let's pause the music. And then we'll talk GMK giveaways. Okay. I forgot this was plugged in. I don't usually do tests with it plugged in. Luckily, I didn't end the stream. Okay, so it looks really good. Let's, yeah, unplug it. I did pause the music. Is it started again? Yeah, it's because I was typing it. Right, okay. Music paused. Right, let's unplug the keyboard and do the sound test this way. Okay, let's see how it sounds. Guys, that sounds phenomenal. Like, Matrix boards often don't sound great, I'll be honest, and I buy them purely for aesthetic reasons. But guys, that sounds so good. Like, tell me in chat what you think to that. Tell me in chat, let me know what you think. Like, that sounds so good. Chat's dead now. Chat's dead. No one's replying. You've all gone. It's not a fingerprint reader, guys. It's a screen. It's a screen. It sounds really good. Like, I don't know if the mic's picking up all of the high and low notes, but it sounds really good. Sounds like a Matrix board for me. Matrix boards don't often sound great. Let's show you guys the thing. Like, it's just like a little QR code. I'm gonna have a look later on and work out what I can put on there. Maybe I'll put the PT logo on it. That'll look quite cool. That'll look really trick. I want to buy. I now need the mint green version of this. If anyone sees the mint green version of this board for sale, please, please, please tell them that I will buy it, because I will just buy it. It doesn't matter. I will just buy it. Like, if anyone finds it, let me know. Just DM me, point it out to me, whatever. I need the mint green version of this board now. Spacebar has a tiny bit of rattle. Yeah, a little bit. The reason for that is because halfway through the build, I had to change from a 7U wire to a 6.25U wire, and I didn't want to redo the whole stab setup. So I will tweak that later on. But yeah, you're right. You're not wrong. DexEU Apex, thank you very much for the sub, man. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. Can't really wait to build my Nebula Vita. Yeah, it sounds really good. Like, this sounds really good. Sounds good, great. 2.0 sounds great too. Yeah, so the Matrix 2.0 sounds good. The 1.20G sounded good, but not all of them do. Like, a couple of the Ables I have don't sound great. The Noah wasn't the best. Sean's, thank you so much for the sub, man. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Hey Will, hey Dex, how you doing, man? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Any ETA when the stab testing stations might be up on site? Like, I've got like 100 of them in the workshop soon. At some point I will get them for sale. I'm so sorry, Oxy. They will happen. Speakeasy says that gasket sheet makes a difference. Yeah, it really does. It really does. So for those of you who don't remember, on top of the plate here, there's like a thin rubber sheet that sits on top of the plate, and you push the switches through the rubber sheet and then into the plate, and it works really well. I'm a big fan of it. Huge fan of it. Huge fan of it. Okay, so now we've done that. Let's zoom out back up to the desk again so you guys can see. There we go. So there we go. That's the board built. That's the board done. I'm going to try using this for a couple of days, and I'm sorry, but my Frog TKL is going to get put away for a couple of days. There we go. This is now going to be my board for this desktop. So we are going to do a giveaway, and we're going to do a giveaway for a GMK set today. Now this is in group buy right now. It's gone into group buy today, and we're going to do the giveaway for GMK Who High. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. A giveaway for GMK Who High. Now, basically what we're going to do is the winner is going to get their pick of which base kit they want. They can have either of the base kits, and that's what they win. Free shipping anywhere in the world. Base kit, as soon as it arrives to me, you get it shipped with the rest of the group buy orders. You can pick which one you want, and we'll do it as a formal order on the Prototypist store as well. You'll just get it for free. So that's what we're going to do. Ho High. Is that how we pronounce it? Ho High? Is that better? I don't know. I apologize for my pronunciation if it's terrible. You'll get the whole of the base kit. Let me show you what you get, guys. Let me send you a link. Let me drop an image into chat. But you can check it out on the Prototypist website. You can go here and you can have either of the base kits. The winner gets either of the base kits here. So there you go. You can get either of the base kits, whichever you prefer. So you can have either the simplified Chinese base kit or you can have the traditional Chinese base kit. Whichever you prefer, that's what you get. Like, whoever wins this, they can pick what they want and they get it. Simple as that. Simple as that. Now, as well as this giveaway, if you are subbed and you access my Discord server, I am going to do a really small fun giveaway for like a little something. It's not going to be the price of a GMK set, but I'll do that for subs straight after the stream as well. So that'll be something completely different. But this one is basically you get to pick one of those two base kits. That's what the winner gets. They pick either of the base kits. They don't have to pay shipping. They won't have to pay import taxes no matter where they are in the world. They won't have to pay for the base kit. You get it all for free. I will cover all the costs. You will just have to wait until the group buy ships. That's it. Sound good? Anyone interested in that? Anyone up for winning that? Anyone want to win GMK Ho High? Is that good? They won't fit my keyboard? Sounds fair to me, I claim. Well, you have to win it first. We're going to do it. It is a bit of a wait, Trolling Cootie. Yes, it is a bit of a wait. But it is free stuff. Like, it's a giveaway. It's free stuff. Does everyone understand how it's going to work? You get to pick which one you want. The winner tells me. I will set up a free order for you. You get shipping paid for. If you're in the EU, I will pay your import taxes. We'll be good. I missed everything you said, but I agree most likely. You need to listen, guys. Okay, so this is it. There are two base kits for GMK Ho High. You can pick which one you want if you win. You can have either the simplified Chinese or the traditional Chinese. That's up to the winner. They can pick. Whoever wins will get the base kit that they pick shipped to their door. If they're in the EU, I'll cover all import fees for you. You won't have to pay a penny. All you have to do is just wait till the set ships. You win, and then you wait till the set ships. It's as simple as that. I'll even pay the import taxes for EU folks. Dex, thank you so much for the gift. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. The duck rammer is amazing for it. Yeah, if you want any extra kits, you'll have to pay for those, but I will cover the cost of shipping for those either way anyway. So if you win, you can add extra kits if you would like to. But yeah, whoever wins this gets to pick whichever base kit they want, and I'll ship it to them for free. For EU folks, I'll even cover the VAT and import duties for you. Okay, so it's between the traditional and simplified Chinese. Yeah, whichever base kit you want, Panther, you can just pick. If you win, you can just pick which one you want. It doesn't matter. You can pick either or. Whoever wins gets the choice between those two base kits. If it was another GMK that I was doing it for, I'd do it for the base kit. But this one has a choice of base kits, so the winner gets to pick whichever they prefer. Simple as that. If they want extra kits, they will have to pay the cost for extra kits that are on the site, but I will cover import fees for those as well. They'll just have to pay the bare cost for any extra kits. They look identical. They're not identical. There are some differences, but it's there. Yeah, if you open up the images, there are some differences. I'm sure you can do a spot the difference on them if you really want to, but there are some differences between the two. Unless I've updated the wrong images. Okay, yeah. So there are some differences. Yeah, they're very slight, but there are differences. Yeah, traditional Chinese is the superior one. I think they're all quite cool, right? No, we haven't talked about how to enter yet. Where would a fox? So to enter, all you guys are going to do is you're going to type a word into chat. I'm going to set that up now. Okay. Anyone is eligible to win. Subscribers get a bit more luck. Let's put some subscriber luck on. Subscriber has 3 times more luck. So if you're a subscriber, you get a bit more luck. And we're going to do it on keyword. Okay. And the keyword that you guys are going to have to enter is just who high, all lowercase. Simple as that. So here we go. Subscribers get a little bit of extra luck. Whoever wins gets to pick it. If you already have an order, we'll talk about that when you DM me, and we talk about it through DMs. So yeah, I'm just going to put the word in there. All you need to type is the word I've put into chat, who high, HOUHAI, and we'll see who can win. Subscribers do get a little bit more luck, so if you are subscribed, you get a bit more luck. Thank you very much for the subs, guys. Shiro and Jordan, thank you guys, I appreciate that. And of course, subs also get access in my Discord server, back in my Discord server, you can access it below, to a secret sub channel as well, where there will be a separate giveaway. Won't be for anything as big as a GMK set, but there'll be a fun little giveaway for something fun in there as well later on. Moon Operator, if you put it in 3 times, you don't get counted, you have to put it in once, just once. All you have to do is type in who high, and we'll roll it in a minute. Currently we have 77 people eligible to win, but we have like 150 viewers, so if you want to win this, guy, if you want to win a base set of GMK, you need to go now. You need to type it in. I was subbing before you and answer win rates. That's fair, man. That's fair. That's fair. Laligator's being fair, and he's because the others trying their luck. Night night. Thanks, man, for being here. I appreciate you being here. Okay, we're going to give it another minute or so. Let plenty of people join. May the force be with everyone. Not everyone can win. There's only going to be one winner, I'm afraid. Only one winner. Been lots of giveaways. I try and do giveaways every week. I'll try and do a giveaway every week if I can. Not every stream, but every week if I can. We're if you enter Who High or Hohai, or however you pronounce it, Nathan Alphaman, you can win a base kit of your choice. Spadesport Sonos, thank you so much for the follows as well, guys. I appreciate that. We're just giving away a base kit, whichever you prefer, simplified Chinese or traditional. You can win. If you say the word more than once, no, you'll still be counted, but you only get one. You only get one entry. Dex, thank you so much for the gift subs, man. Thank you very much, man. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, 84 people are eligible right now. Thank you so much, guys. Hi, hurrah. What am I 3D printing? So when people buy switches from my site, I give them free 3D printed stem holders, which are printing there. And I also give them a free 3D printed switch opener, which are printing there. So I'm printing off both sets at the same time. So yeah, that's what's happening right now. Okay. We're going to roll it in about 10 seconds and see who wins, guys. So let's count it down. 10, 9. If you aren't entered, enter Who High right now. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the winner is Kaz-san. Thank you very much, Kaz-san. You are the winner. Please drop me a whisper on here. I will reply to you with a code. Message me by email or on Discord using that code, and I will arrange for your base kit and everything else. So Kaz-san, congratulations. There you go. So Kaz, if you're listening, just drop me a whisper on Twitch. At some point after I finish streaming, I will message you back with the code. All you need to do is just email me that code or send it to me on Discord, depending on which platform you prefer, and I will arrange all of your prizes. So congratulations. There you go. I like how because of the Twitch delay, the Twitch was revealed when Jay said 5. That's fair. That's fair. I think he claims. My assumption is he claims. He put, oh wow. So I think he claims. So there we go. So Kazan, thank you very, very much. Congratulations. And thank you everyone for being here. The next part is now we need to pick who we're going to raid because the stream's over and my Matrix board is built and I'm really happy with it, like super happy with it. I'm going to have to try and get some pictures of how sparkly this is. Go buy the lottery. Right guys, so who on earth are we going to raid today? Who's live that we can raid right now? Let's go back to Twitch and have a look. Let's see who's live. Disastertron's live. Dex, thank you so much for the thank you so much for that, man. Thank you. Can you show us the screen customization? I haven't actually worked it out yet, so I will probably do that later on, Moon Operator. I'll probably put it on Twitch stories, sorry, on Insta stories, at some point soon. No worries, man. No worries. I love to do giveaways, Panther. I love to do giveaways. Voodoo Bear is also live. Okay, interesting. Voodoo Bear. Let's have a look. Yeah, let's raid Voodoo Bear. I'm just gonna join their channel really quickly and follow, give them a follow, and then I'm gonna raid them. Okay, so thank you guys very much for being here. Wait. Why can I not find them? Why can I not find Voodoo Bear? Wait, the Voodoo Bear. Okay. Got them. Right, okay. We're going to raid the Voodoo Bear. Thank you so much for following, guys. Congratulations again to Kazsan for winning the giveaway. I'll be here on Tuesday night with a build stream where we're going to actually not build a keyboard, but we're actually going to make a sign. Make on the laser cutter. We're going to do a workshop stream. We're going to make a sign for my workshop wall. We're going to do some laser etching and some laser cutting and some acrylic. It's going to be really good fun. So please do check that out. Go check out all the stuff for sale on the website. I'm not very good at the shilling stuff, but please go check that out. And yeah, I'll see you again soon. Thanks very much, guys, for being around. I love you all. Thank you very much. Take care, and let's tell Voodoo Bear that he looks amazing. Let's tell him that he looks fantastic, and that we really hope he has a great stream. Thanks very much, guys. Bye bye.
An adult, I want to be like Jay. He always has cool projects. Oh shit. Oh shit, here it was fawning over Jay, and of course he comes in with the baller ass raid. Welcome raiders. Matt127D, thank you so much for the follow. Brandy Creamy, thank you so much for following.